right, we are recording. All right, ready to rock and roll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Overcrank Podcast. We are very happy to be coming to you live and in person, kind of, sort of, from America and Europe, both at the same time. So we are your hosts, Jim McCarthy and
Conor Heffernan.
So we've got a very special pod for you today here. The focus will be centered around politics, okay? In particular, cabinet selections, okay, of the new Trump administration. From what we've read and what we've heard, it sounds like that there's a bit of a polarized opinion space with respect to some of the people who have been selected to, perform various roles in the years ahead in a governmental setting. And we think that it would be wrong to deprive the people of their own voice. And by their own voice, we mean our voice speaking on their behalf. So Conor and I are going to go through some of our favorite cabinet picks so far, and we're going to discuss their merits. But more importantly, we're going to propose some alternatives and give you a little bit of a justification as to why they might be as or more suitable than the current status quo, if you will. So, without further ado, sorry, go ahead, Conor.
EJ, I think this is such a great idea because I don't think anyone's ever thought to do a politics podcast. So I think we're onto some big money here.
Yeah, innovative.
Oh, absolutely. I think maybe a good way to think of this special episode is like the overcranked or the people's Senate confirmation. This is going to be how the average layman would confirm or not confirm these picks.
Conor, I like your mustache, by the way. Was it the mustache beard combination? It's kind of like the facial hair that one of those folks who was like a part of the Donner Party would probably have. Like when they're just kind of trudging through the woods. It's like, oh shit, we're out of food. What do we do? Let's kill the innocent. Let's go for it. Okay, give them the old choppity chop, hacky hack, and just start munching away.
Well, EJ, if we're going to represent the people, I mean, how often do rednecks get to confirm a cabinet nomination? So we got to represent those rednecks out there.
Oh yeah, the unspoken masses. Was it? Absolutely. Was it my people? Absolutely.
the silent majority. But
there you go. There you go.
EJ, let's dive into this bad boy. So tell me, who are your three favorite picks?
Okay, all right. So first and foremost, we got to go with the one and only RFK Jr. Now, whilst his father was a scion of righteousness and virtue, RFK Jr. is a scion of he's interesting. He's an interesting fella. He's got some opinions and some takes. And apparently he's going to be heading up the Health and Human Services department in the U.S. So that's my first pick right there. The second is the wife of the former head, or I think current head of the WWE or WWF, Linda McMahon. So hopefully she'll be able to body slam the Department of Education in the way that the Trump administration is hoping and trying to do. So yeah, put it in a suplex camel clutch, much like the Iron Sheik. And then I'd say my final pick would be Defense Secretary, potentially soon to be Defense Secretary, Fox and Friends. That is, I think his name is Pete Hegseth.
Pete Hegseth, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Was it? So those would be my three, just kind of like off.
Okay.
Yeah. How about you, Conor? What would your sort of three most interesting picks be?
Okay, so I think I can't not say Matt Gaetz. I mean that's the only. I mean, I knew the appointments would be shocking. That's the only one where I was like, holy shit. So I'm going to go with Matt Gaetz, the man who looks like a sort of pumpkin turnip with just layers of Botox. I think I'll also go for Tulsi Gabbard, the other very controversial one. I like a bit of controversy, and I'm also going to go with Marco Rubio, which is definitely the odd one out of those three. But I will elaborate on why I think that's also just a wild pick. But let's just go back to your picks for a quick second there, EJ. I mean, they all just scream such bizarre things to me. I mean, for example, Linda McMahon. Okay. So there's a video of Trump fighting Vince McMahon at the WWE. So imagine going, telling your friends, "Oh, I got this new job." Really? Who for? Oh, you remember that random drug addict who beat up my husband? He's hiring. He offered me a great job.
Tough to turn down. Was it when the president calls, you got to answer, right?
Yeah, exactly. But tell me, what do you think? And I mean, Pete Hegseth. I mean, I think it's really interesting putting a Fox News guy as the head of the Pentagon, because I don't know if you remember, but a long time ago, I remember Fox News had an absolute fit because Obama wore like a tan suit. So if ISIS and all the Taliban just start wearing like, tan suits, ordering Dijon mustard, he's not going to know what to do.
Oh man. Yeah, I mean, you gotta, I guess, appreciate the way that our great nation has, I wouldn't say divided itself, but picked some hills to die on, if you will, in a way that we really probably wouldn't in years past. But hey, everyone's got to sort of make their own choices in this world, and some people have chosen a certain path, and I guess you got to respect that. But my God, what a fucking world we live in.
Yeah. And I mean, RFK Jr., I mean, Christ, the guy who got fucking brain worms from eating a roadkill bear is just.
I thought it was a horse.
No, I think he stopped eating horse. I think he was kind of on a stick for a while.
Did he fuck the horse and eat the bear, or was it the other way around?
I think he fucked the horse eventually, and then he fell in love with the horse, and that's why he stopped eating like other horses.
Oh, okay. All right, good. Thank you for explaining it to me, Con.
I mean, he does seem like the kind of guy who would go to like, those horse fucking farms where it's like you pay the money and he's like, I just want the biggest stallion you've got.
It's like Kill Bill Volume 1, but instead of like a woman, it's a horse.
Yeah, exactly. So EJ, when I go through your picks, when I say RFK Jr., what person, place, or thing do you think springs to mind?
Wait, I thought we were going to do this in reverse, Connor. I thought because RFK Jr. was my guy right there. Okay, was it? So shouldn't I be able to present you with the? Actually, no, you're right. Never mind. I got it confused. Was it? This is why you're the math guy and I'm the idiot. So here's how we do things. Yes, I think a place would be a very suitable alternative to RFK Jr. So now it's up to you, Connor. What place would you pick?
What place would I pick for RFK Jr.? Yes. Those I think what jumps to mind is like, and I don't know why, but like an abandoned, like really creepy toy factory. Like, I can imagine going in, you see all like the scooters, the action men, they're all like covered in mold, like decay, and then you just hear something like in the corner and it's just like vaccines are really bad for your health. Just like you'd be like, did one of the toys say that? I mean, like a really creepy, like just
hold on. Is this like one of these like Chucky murder toy factories? Is that what you're kind of talking about? Like
not exactly Chucky, because I think Chucky is actually terrifying. Like a really lame action figure. Like I don't know. Imagine
He-Man, Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, exactly. Like imagine an old moldy He-Man doll, but with no arms.
He's got no arms, Larry. He's got no fucking arms.
Just chasing you around to tell you about why vaccines are bad for you. I took a vaccine and my arms fell off.
Okay. All right. That's a solid one right there. All right. Flip side of the script. So even though Matt Gaetz is like out as Attorney General, I think he's too entertaining not to include in this discussion. So for that purpose there, Connor, I think you need to go person, place, or thing on Matt Gaetz.
I'm really leaning towards thing. What thing do you think would sum him up?
So, the first thing that jumps to mind would probably be one of those like tentacle porn octopuses that like Japanese girls like fondle and do things with. Yeah, I could see him like inking all over like prepubescent teenagers and things of that sort. So that is definitely like Matt Gaetz in a nutshell right there. So not like a cool octopus like you would get with like the Kraken or one of the
No.
Pirates of the Caribbean type deals. Okay, we're
Yeah.
talking like full on like, oh my god, you just violated that prepubescent child right there.
Well, you say that. I'd imagine you know that scene at the end of Pirates of the Caribbean where Captain Jack is facing off against the Kraken, and the Kraken roars at him and sprays him with all these goo. I'd imagine that's probably how those girls felt, to be honest, EJ.
You just got fucking Kraken gooed by Matt Gaetz. How does it make you feel? It makes me feel like he's my friend, my accomplice.
Yeah, exactly. Just Johnny Depp coming in to save the day. Okay. I think that's good. So, what would you, for Linda McMahon, who I don't know a whole lot about, but what would you say? Person, place, thing.
Let's go person.
Person. Okay. So I think for person, given that all I know about her is she's like the wife of Vince McMahon, I think just one of these really shallow like reality TV stars, but in a really like off the wall type of reality show. Like basically like the main woman from I don't know if you ever saw that reality show where this woman has like 30 dudes on and they're all competing to be her sperm donor.
No, is this like the number one leading reality TV show in Ireland or something like that? I mean, that sounds fucking
No,
fantastic.
This was an American show that, funny enough, only lasted one season.
Oh, what a shame, dude! What a shame. It must have been on TLC, which is obviously short for the Learning Channel, home of wonderful shows like Here Comes Honey Boo Boo. Shout out to the shout out to the Golnick brothers on that front right there.
Yeah. I mean, I could see her as like the mom of Honey Boo Boo as well, like one of the one of these just really proper grifter reality TV show type people. Just, I mean, that's probably how she met her husband. It's just like, I'm going to have 30 dudes on, and I will marry the one who can beat up the other ones with a steel chair. And Vince McMahon was like, oh, I'm getting this.
My fucking perfect woman right here.
I didn't think this woman existed. Just like wailing on some guy with a steel chair, just like true love exists.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful thing right there.
Coming into the ring, just like proposing to her by doing a backflip off the side.
Yeah, I think that's a solid one right there, Connor. I part of me was kind of expecting you might just kind of do the McMahon switcheroo and be like, okay, we can't have Linda McMahon. Let's go for her husband, Vince McMahon. I don't know why I initially thought Ed McMahon was her. Who the fuck is Ed McMahon? He's like he's somewhat relevant. I've heard the name before. Maybe he's also in the wrestling game.
I mean, I think Vince McMahon would be interesting as education secretary. It's just like you see all the grades going up, and you get that meme of him where he's like, oh. Just hard for children's test scores, for sure.
Oh, I know who Ed McMahon was. Okay, so the internet tells me that he was an American announcer, game show host, comedian, actor, singer, and combat aviator. Okay, so I don't want to disparage Ed McMahon by selling his name. Yeah. So we're not going to do that. We're not going to drag his name through the muck like that. But Vince, though, I mean, you were born in the sleaze. Okay, you were bred in it. Okay, was it? The sleaze is your home. Okay, so Vince, I think he'd be a fantastic alternative as well on that front. But no, I think you made a good call there, Connor. Okay, next up we've got your pick, Tulsi Gabbard. What was her department again? What was her go-to?
She's going to be the first person with a 2-digit IQ to be head of American intelligence.
Oh, I got you. So you can add 2 + 2. All right, I got you.
Maybe not 2 + 2. That's a bit advanced.
A special person. Was it special number? She's a code breaker. She's a breaker.
He's a breaker of something. Yeah, codes will be broken, but probably not in the way the US might want. But yeah. So for person, place, or thing, let's see. I did thing. Let's go for person.
Person. All right. Does the person have to be alive right now?
No, anyone, real, fictional, alive, dead, whatever you want.
Yeah, let's go. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Okay.
Mozart.
So first off, okay, he was a fucking wackadoodly eccentric fella in and of himself. Okay, so one of these like 1600s child prodigies who got super fucked up as a result of that. I mean, my backup pick would have been someone like Macaulay Culkin, who I also think would be fantastic.
I like that one. It's just like handing him the intelligence briefs of like, sir, a second plane has just hit the tower, and then him just going,
I need to get my tarantula.
Just like dealing with the 9/11 terrorists by setting up booby traps all around the Twin Towers.
Maybe we can drop a couple of paint cans on them.
It's like they try and open the cockpit door and they just burn their hand.
Maybe the guy with the snow shovel will come and help us.
Just wailing on them. It's like they try and step up the stairs to the plane and just slip. Actually, I can get behind that pick.
Okay, Macaulay Culkin. All right, awesome. Like let's lock that shit in right there.
Trump would he wouldn't even know he's Macaulay Culkin. Trump would be like, we've got Richie Rich. Richie Rich is so rich, he's going to make our intelligence even richer. He'd be like, he would actually think Richie Rich is like a real person.
Well, dude, you know that Trump was in Home Alone 2 Lost in New York, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it fits.
It does fit.
He does lean on like his old sort of tried and true standby people. So,
exactly.
Macaulay Culkin.
I think that's a terrific pick.
Come on down.
Come on down. So EJ, what do you think for Pete Hegseth, the new soon-to-be SecDef? What would you say for person, place, or thing?
Yeah, let's go. We did place for you already. We did person. So let's go thing.
Thing. I would say a dildo whose batteries have run out.
A dildo that's batteries have run out. So I mean, you could still use it. Like it's still.
You could still use it, but it just wouldn't be as good. It would now be a failure of its primary purpose.
What color would the dildo be?
Purple.
Purple. Why purple?
It's just such an unattractive color for a dildo. Not that I use them, but I just think, I don't know, there's something not right about a purple dildo. And there's something not right about this guy.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Fair enough. Now we got a little special surprise in store for the viewers as well. Okay. So Conor and I both picked 3 potential cabinet secretaries from our own ends, but we also wanted to give a special shout out. Okay. We both thought there were a couple of folks that deserved a little bit of additional focus. And that's the new or soon to be new Department of Governmental Efficiency, run by the one and only Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk.
The dipshit department.
Yeah, fucking.
You know what?
Do you
know what's so funny to me about this? Like people keep talking about, especially these two, about all this government waste. I mean, Elon Musk bought Twitter for $44 billion, and it's now worth $9 billion. I mean, that motherfucker like wastes like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah, but when you're that fucking rich, dude, like, what's a couple be, right?
I hope to be that rich myself someday.
You know, it's kind of like the the Russ Hanneman Club. Like, as long as you got the 3 commas going, you're good to go, baby.
Indeed. I think I don't know, Vivek and Elon, like, you know, they're both such weirdos that them running like a government department, like, I don't know, it's almost like those 2 like dipshit kids who become friends in school and like I don't know, try and take over the school, but instead accidentally end up setting it on fire.
I could see them as being like the weird homosexual couple that you're like, hey, I've got no qualms about your like particular gender affiliations or what have you, and you're, you know, who you spend your nights with is none of my biz. But the unexpected couple right there, where you're like, okay, here's a short little Indian man, okay, was it? And here's a tall South African fella. And it's one of those like, it's like got all the makings of kind of a Silicon Valley meet cute going on there, where it's like, oh, that's cute. They bash government bureaucracy by day and bash one another at night. So
I can already see the Disney movie, and you've got an African and an Indian in it. So I mean, Kathleen Kennedy would be very happy producing this movie.
yeah, shout out to Kathleen Kennedy. Was it? Our she's like kind of our unofficial show mascot / spiritual totem. Like,
Yeah.
like if we ever need to know what to do, we look to our inspiration, our goddess, Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah, yeah. No, I think there's definitely a Disney movie to be made here about like these two poor immigrant kids with a dream who come into America, run by the evil Democrats leader / Führer Joe Biden, and they go out to make the U.S. a better place by ending up on top. There's a Disney movie in there, I'm pretty sure.
Wait, is Vivek an immigrant, or is he like American by birth?
I think he's American by birth, but I'm pretty sure he also wants to end birthright citizenship. So I'm just going with what he wants for himself.
Oh, okay, all right, I got you. Now if you were to put a chick in it and make her gay, how would you insert a chick into that equation?
I think I would put. I mean, I think Kamala Harris. You would probably have the chick in her make her gay.
Yeah, like. I think that's a full measured step. I'm a bit of a chicken shit. I'd probably go a half measure for both of them. Okay, make them both trannies. Okay, and have them just kind of like go to town on one another. Okay, and it's like, yay, we're all for equality and rights. Okay, everyone gets rights and no one gets rights all at the same time. It's the best.
Yeah, no rights for anyone.
No rights for anyone.
Yeah, I could see that being one of their policies.
What do you think will be the best thing about the Trump administration's?
The best thing, I think the best thing is, I mean, this is the one thing about the previous Trump administration. Life was never boring. You just open up the newspapers, you look at what's happening in America, and you're like, oh, okay. So and I think this time it's going to be like, President Trump 2 Electric Boogaloo. It's going to be even crazier than last time. So on the plus side, we're never going to be bored. On the minus side, the world might end.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, like, I feel like there's a positive in the sense that, like, hey, yes, like you said, entertaining. Okay. The downside, yes, the world might end, but also everyone's just kind of giving up. It's like, we tried, man. We tried to, facilitate some sort of an egalitarian approach to things, but nah, let's just, fuck them all to death, South Park style. Just like, who are you? Okay, fuck you to death. Okay, I'm gonna fuck you to death. Okay, fuck them all to death. All right, let's rally a little bit. Okay, let's fuck them all to death.
Fuck them all to death. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. Fuck them all to death. I don't know. It's like the US on like easy mode or something. Someone got on hold of the controller. Maybe North Korea or someone.
Or like when a pet like steps on your like keyboard and it like just types all sorts of fucking random shit.
Yeah.
How that Hitler emoji get into that group chat there? It was a pet. I'm sorry. I don't know what the fuck was happening there.
I apologize for my cat. He's a massive fascist. My cat wants an ethno state only for cats that are the color of snow.
Dare Purr, that's his name.
Dare Purr. Dare Purr. No, put your paw down, Dare Purr. This isn't the time or place. I do not like this kibble. I want a more pure kibble. No, stop it, Dare Purr.
All right, Connor. I don't know about you, but I feel like we hit a lot of really salient points there over the last 20 to 25 minutes. I don't want to dilute the content of this experience any further, so I think we just go ahead and put a pin in things there and send our voice out to the masses. What do you think?
I think the people have had their say, EJ.
You know, it wasn't good on him. And Richard Bateman, you should come on our fucking podcast, okay? Otherwise, you're a massive pussy.
Yeah, come on our podcast, bitch. EJ, until next time.
Yep. Be well, my friend.
Be well. Thank you for tuning in to the Overcrank podcast.
See ya.